All right, hey everyone, welcome to a Zelda speedrun spoiler log tournament for the Wind Waker Randomizer. We've got a loser's bracket top 16 with Sizival versus DeanMachine. And we've got two awesome commentators, Monkle and Snacks. What's up, everyone?
Oh man, it is time. It's time for more spoiler and more logs. Are you ready for that, Snacks?
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
I am not. It's gonna be amazing.
Well,
In my head, I thought that this one was like in an hour, but it was not, and I'm here anyway. It's gonna be amazing.
yay time zones.
Yeah, gotta love those time zones. I mean, if I was even more late for this one, it might have been like Syzygy versus Dean X 420. But no, it's Sizival against DeanMachine 42. We are in the future now. Oh yeah, okay, calling me the Frenchman does trigger Bob noises. You are right there, Tanjo. So we are playing as a 540548 today. What a name! What a name!
Lots of fives, lots of fours. I like it, you know?
I mean, oh shit, we're gonna have fun. I've read a few things. Some things that made me sad. Some things that made me anticipate everything that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be fun overall. I love when the fixes come straight as people say it.
Oh, of course, that's the best. And it looks like we are going.
Dean's starting to see by talking to Coral, and that's a good way to like get Coral on your side.
Oh yeah. Gotta show that you're a friend with him, and
Talk to the boat, and the boat won't talk to you. It's amazing.
looks like both runners are actually headed up to Dragon Roost right away.
Not a bad idea. There's always like this little check behind it that is a quick one.
Actually, it looks like there's a little bit of a
Oh.
divergence here. Sizz looks like he's heading for the dungeon entrance, as Dean is just grabbing the Wind Shrine.
Interesting. Maybe Sizz could be also trying to open like the secret cave with the bomb thing.
That could also be what he's looking for.
And Dean
But-
starting with Neru's Pearl.
So
That-
get your dance games out in chat. Pearls are unfortunately semi-required.
They are required according to the logic. There's ways around it, but it's not fun. Not fun.
Looks like Dean is also heading straight to that dungeon entrance as well.
Oh yeah. There is something pretty nice in that one, if I remember right.
I didn't really look over the sea that much, so
He's even less prepared than me. Oh shit.
listen, I dug my cart of like 8 inches of snow. That took me like a half hour.
Imagine having to shovel snow off. Oh, damn, I'm Canadian. I do that too.
Damn. Damn, I'm from Wisconsin. Looks like we got a
We got snow in common. Oh boy. And says
Fire
actually entering some place that has lava, so it is almost vanilla. Not quite the same one though.
listen, Crane. I had things to do, places to be. Not really people to see though.
And people to see is not something that is very 2020. That year's almost over. Oh man.
Yeah, we got like what, 3 days? No, we got like 2.
I think tomorrow night it's ending. It's amazing. Oh, and they're grabbing the boomerang. Oh, I love those guys.
Instant win.
Yeah, instant win. Both of them just won. It's gonna be weird for the next the next game because they're gonna both play against the next person.
Whoever's up. I don't know how to look at bracket, but let's see where they both head off to. Maybe.
Oh man,
I
I
don't
do love seeing people realizing that the boomerang might be required.
Maybe yes, maybe no. That's my answer, Crane.
We're gonna
Both runners
see.
also. Both runners at Windfall here.
Yeah.
Not a lot of divergence so far, but you know.
it is a spoiler log race.
Yeah,
They do tend to do similar things.
that is quite true.
And we're starting with Mila on Siz's side. Not a play you see very often, but a welcome one.
I could see it being good this seed, but we'll just see Dean start up hide and seek here with the kids.
Yeah, that is the more traditional play when you get on Windfall. Classic. If there was a play for the history books, that would be the one.
Is this even spoiler log? God.
And meanwhile, Siz just wondering what he's gonna do while waiting for Mila.
Looks like he's just gonna wait it out.
I'd do some squats personally, but he's almost there. Oh, just the shifty eyes. Come on, squat a little, my man.
There is one thing I would recommend doing during Mila that I don't know if Siz knows, but we'll see if Dean goes ahead and does it during his. Otherwise, I'll explain what my thinking is.
Are you talking about like teleporting to doors?
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic.
Which
too,
door
now.
though?
Oh,
Which door is
there's quite a few on this one.
What's happened so
no
far?
squat.
Not a whole lot, if I'm going to be honest.
Not even
just-
squats.
Capital D colon.
Yeah, and Dean grabbing Dean's pearl. That is
no.
his. Loves that one.
Guys, he grabbed his own pearl. What do we even do? And a leaf on Mila, so...
Yeah, waiting for Mila today, not a bad investment. Let's just say that.
It's debatable. You don't actually need that.
You don't, but at the same time, do you really want to live without it?
Just do Forbidden Woods leafless. It's easy.
That sounds terrible.
I don't even know if it's possible yet, but...
I know someone was working on that for like a month.
Oh, there's a whole group of people that were...
Oh, man. The Legion for a leafless Forbidden
Oh, yes.
Woods.
So, as you see, Maggie has picked a box. Personally, I would have done Maggie door storage while waiting for Mila, but...
Maybe that's not a trick that Siz is aware of. I know he's an older runner. Like he's been in the community under quite a few names for quite a long time, but he's in and out, so maybe he missed that one.
Boomer strats, Dan's game.
Yeah, gotta love those boomer strats.
But we see Furor's Pearl here for Dean.
Yeah, all three pearls have been assembled. There's now a really big tower in the middle of the ocean. Oh, and Dean is seemingly also going for the leaf today. Not a bad idea, honestly.
I wonder why, yeah.
I do love when you change the time of day and Mila is just standing in the air, like 30 centimeters from the ground.
Did Tuner get banned? Tuner
That's a good question.
was banned, yes.
Aww. That's a shame because I know that Dean is one of those people that is very aware of what you can do with the tuner.
Oh yes, Dean does love using the tuner.
But it is a rule of this tournament. If both players agree to keep the Tingle tuner, it can be used. But without it, sadly, you don't see that.
A lot of runners who use Dolphin don't allow it to be used.
There's a way to use it on Dolphin, but it's terrible.
Yeah, but it's really complicated and no.
Like I said, it's terrible.
Ooh, making a little stop here in Sploosh here for Siz.
Not a bad place to get 30 rupees real quick.
Unfortunately, we're not going to play it, but, you know, always nice to see him.
Oh man, someone learning about the rupees there. Yep, it is.
I think Crane just put it in the best way possible. Complicated, buggy, and hurts emotionally. That's Tingle Tuner on Dolphin right there.
I've never been the same since I've used Tingle Tuner on Dolphin. And I play on console normally, so I just did that to know if it was possible.
But we see Siz here talking to Pompey and Vera.
Yeah. Apparently gossiping today is gonna be key in this seed.
Because they do have our mirror shield, and that's kind of useful.
Imagine, like, liking gossip, owning a mirror. Imagine being this much of a stereotype. So bad.
Siz here looks like he's done on Windfall here for now.
Meanwhile,
We'll see where
Dean teleporting to Maggie's place.
Gonna be saving a little bit of time over Siz. Not too much, but
And not crazy amounts of time, but
a couple seconds basically. But Siz here off to Forest Haven. But it looks
Yeah,
like he's
straight
actually
away.
headed to Forbidden Woods. No, never mind.
an interesting thing to note for Sis, not a single pearl.
Nope.
So might
like
be
he's gonna
trying to do something fancy.
Looks like that might be the play for Siz.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
What's that, Crane?
You're now on boating course for Sis. Meanwhile, Dean talking to Lenzo, getting him out of the depression, and now heading for his second story.
Heroes, Charmers, and Withered Trees. I'd go for it.
I mean, seems like a good investment of time.
Spend 10 minutes to get Heroes Charm. Worth.
You don't win the race, but like you get to flex on everyone.
Dean grab Ghost Ship chart. That's not required, but
Not required, but maybe forgot which chest was the good one.
well, really neither of them were that good. One of them had rupees, which are always nice though.
Yeah, rupees at the beginning of the seed. Never say no to that.
As we actually see that boating course today is actually Forbidden Woods. So
Yeah.
Forbidden Woods has quite a bit of stuff in it actually today.
Okay, so four Botan Woods. Okay, got it.
Forbidden.
Yeah, Sis not grabbing the big bag apparently. Forbidden course? That goes easier on the tongue, but I still prefer Forbidden core. Woods. A bit too
Says
low
you have to
for
go a little bit
Botan.
higher. Yep. Boating
Boating
Woods.
Woods? There's quite a few good names for this one. Pick the one that you love.
As Dean does grab his mirror shield.
Yeah. I think that's just very nice with this character because you don't really see his sword, but now he has a big shield.
Snake is one of the more interesting models for sure.
Yeah, it's not even on the official list.
Boat Bitten Wars it is.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We went far with this one. Oh, that's a hook shot right there for Sis.
That is a hook shot indeed.
Never a bad thing to have.
Nope.
Especially if you plan to do what we call the fancy strat.
Kinda need that.
Yeah.
But refilling on some magic here. As Dean also looks like he's gonna be joining him here.
Yeah, in the whatever you want to call it.
Boat Bitten Wars or whatever we decide on, I don't know.
Bolt Bitten Wars. Gotta love having the boomerang for that dungeon. Makes everything a little faster.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't cost
This is one
any
dungeon
arrow.
This is the one dungeon item that it's like, yeah, if I can get it, I'm gonna grab it. Because it just saves so
Aw.
much time.
The eye closing just as it was getting killed, so we need to do it
That's
again.
really unfortunate timing, yeah.
Meanwhile, Dean also entering the dungeon. And Dean not opting to go down there, just living his life.
We don't actually need that chest down there. However, it's a little. How would you say it? It's a little easier, I guess, to remember how to do. Just walking up the walls and stuff. I believe we timed it though, and I think just doing it this way is faster by like a couple seconds.
It is not the end of the world for Siz, but a little difference.
Scythio, I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It is not a part of the changelog I've been keeping up with.
I'd assume no, just because that's so specific, but...
Yeah, and Siz grabbing his first Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
That first one, always nice to have. Just double damage, amazing. Just,
That's the only one I really care about. After that, it's just like, oh, okay.
after that, it's like, that's a glorified key. Nice.
That's a glorified go mode item. Let's go.
Does look pretty nice on the Ganondorf model too, so... Yeah, the B icon doesn't even change as long as you don't get in the loading zone.
We see Sizz here cutting down the flower. The basement does have one thing we need.
Not something that you see often, vanilla strats in this dungeon, but I do love to see them.
This is the one time where I'd actually be like, yeah, vanilla strats are okay.
Did you just see that? That Piat knocked down Sizz, but on the ledge.
That was...
Not in the water.
That was very lucky.
Yeah, very nice of that, Piat.
But hey, it's a bow.
Yeah. Kinda sad for that Piat, though, like, just abandoning the title of Employee of the Seed like that.
But we also do need one more check in here. Oh.
Oops. Falling in the water. That's okay, we can climb back up on that flower.
Not that big a deal.
We have the bomb. Ah, bomb flowers.
It actually looks like Dean is going to be heading to the basement first here, and then grabbing the sword.
Doesn't change much, actually, so why not? This is trying to set up this little throw here.
Oh, no.
Not the easiest thing in the world.
It's deceptively hard at times, but
yeah, you gotta do.
When P-Hat's kind of annoying.
Yeah, you gotta do it like as soon as you get in the room, and remember the exact positioning. Never fun.
Oh, I just kind of throw it in that general area, and just if it doesn't work, I just reset out of the room.
Yeah, not a bad idea. It just gets annoying to try to do it while there is like all this Piat support in front of it.
Oh yeah.
And Dean getting their throw first try there, making it look easy. Falling in the water after that though, but still making swimming look easy. So that's something.
I believe Sizz got it there. Yep.
Yep. And Dean in the water
Dean's
again.
Getting trolled.
Hey, the Piats in that room really gunning for that employee of the seat.
No, the Kisentachi will always win.
Nah, you don't know that yet.
At least for me, it doesn't matter. Even if they don't do anything, but power bracelets.
Oh man, an employee of the seed that doesn't do anything. That is very close to home. Oh boy.
And yes, as Claire unfortunately pointed out, Moblin's letter is now in the middle of a title screen.
Oh.
Rip Moblin's letter.
You will be missed.
Oh no, Dean.
Dean falling in the water.
Looks like he's just gonna save reset out. Or not even save reset, just reset.
Sorry, question, Melon. He had a bit of trouble throwing the boomerang in the tree trunk in the basement.
Yeah.
Had to do that a few times, so Dean caught up at that point.
It just kind of looks like Dean's execution in general has been pretty solid so far, other than that small little oopsie there, but...
Oh, and there is apparently a gamble going on. You can pick your race winner, gamble your points, have fun.
But do it in moderation, you know?
Yeah, do it in moderation or not. We're just commentators, not the police. The mod squad being a bit sad that they cannot gamble. I know the feeling, guys. Not on this one, actually. I should probably go cast my vote.
Oh, of course. But we're not biased, we promise.
I promise, not biased. If they fail, I will laugh at both of them.
50-50 on the dot. Wow. That
Oh
is
my.
Siz here cutting down Kalidamos here.
With the Master Sword, this should be the first and last phase. There you go.
Oof. That was a little close, but
Alright, I have casted my vote. I am back. And there is a Triforce Shard being added to the inventory of Sizival.
actually his second of the seed. Both runners did store our first, so
It is, in fact, a fact. Amazing.
ooh, Dean almost got the all the way cut down. That was
Yeah,
actually,
that is rare to see.
but
And
gets
it's
it
something
now.
that you only see when our runners actually get out the boomerang, so I'm always glad when they do.
And Kalidamos is defeated.
On both screens. That plan didn't last long. Oh boy.
It doesn't take a lot. Like most plants, the sword does a lot of damage to plants normally, but
It's even worse than most plants because this plant dies when you pour water on it. It's amazing.
that's true, yeah.
Because if you
Says
didn't know, you can actually kill Kalidemos with just forest water. Just pour that on him.
Says here actually going for a storage off of the Tingle, or not the Tingle, the Beetle Boat. Gets it right there. And we'll see where he ends up going.
This storage spot, not the best one. It's hard.
Looks like he's headed up to Cliff Plateau here. As Dean is off to Tower of the Gods.
Oh man. I have a feeling that they are going the same place. Not sure. First, Sis asked to go to a platform. And there we go. One person going for the outside of Cliff Plateau while the other is on the inside.
Sis did remember to not pull out the Wind Waker to stop.
Yeah, that is always the one thing that you have to remember when doing that kind of trick.
That is a very tragic moment.
I've done that before.
Oh, I've done that way too many times.
I've done that and I was like, oh, thankfully I have bombs on me, but now I have to learn bomb drop storage.
Dean here going through the inside. And
Yeah,
gets through it nice and easy.
Using the left strat.
Left side, second best side.
Hey, don't diss my right side like that. Might be
I'm-
the only runner that uses it, but it is safe.
Mon, I use right side.
Oh.
Dean here heading off to Bird's Peak Rock, storing the trap chest, and flashing a Bless RNG.
Yeah, they having some nice little messages on his chat. Like, instead of having a webcam today, he has the message that is following: "You are an amazing person, more than you give yourself credit for. No one can be as awesome as you," which I think is cute.
That's just
Thank
a
you,
feels
Dean.
good man, you know?
Like, Dean made me feel better today, and now I feel bad for. having to laugh when enemies troll him.
Oh. Oh, Sizz. Oh no. I know what Sizz just did, and I feel so bad for him.
What is going on?
Sizz had it routed that he was going to use the top chest to go into Bird's Peak Rock. Unfortunately, he already had chest storage.
Yeah. It
But
is a shame.
But he did head on to Paw Print here. Gonna be grabbing, I believe, just one chest in here.
So Sizz is gonna have to wait for his grapple to get in Bird's Peak Rock.
But he does grab our next piece of cheese, so all is not terrible.
Not a bad all right there.
Also, that is
Oof.
very true. As fire and ice arrows for Dean.
Yeah, fire and ice arrows. Always required. Gotta love those.
Who doesn't like getting a couple bows in a seed?
Oh man, that's a trick question. Maybe
The answer should be nobody, but
in a parallel universe where bows are not good, maybe someone.
Sizz here heading off to Outset Island. Looks like he's going to be heading for the Great Ferry.
Not a bad place to be. Kind of a shame to see him on that island without a bottle.
It's a feels bad man. Also, never mind, I lied. He's going for Mesa, but
Oh, Mesa. What do you have today? I mean, tonight. I swear, the hardest tech in the game is actually just standing in front of a chest properly to open it.
oh, it's so annoying at times. But we see Skullhammer.
Nice skull hammer.
Dean here grabbing his piece of cheese and getting a little kiss from the Chew on the way out.
Yeah, gotta kiss the Chew for good luck. It is well known. It's a good luck charm, second only to saving Grandma. It's amazing.
Unfortunately, neither runner so far has saved Grandma. I won't spoil if she's required or not, but
it is a bit of a shame. Here's how you start a seed. You check where the access bottle is, you get it, you save Grandma, and then you route the rest.
Imagine not being a good grandchild. Couldn't be me.
Oh man,
Dean
they're
here.
both on the island now. And Dean actually getting there at night, technically. Always nice.
Okay, I like that. I really like that ADN, but Skullhammer here for Dean.
Not
as
a bad
Sizz
thing,
is
yeah.
grabbing his bombs.
So bombs behind power bracelets at this seed. That's the kind of seeds you don't want to play in a regular rando.
I've now learned that whenever Outset Fairy is in Logic, go do it, because it's probably got something.
And says now going to Earth Temple Island, a classic. And meanwhile, Dean are straight on his tail, going to get his bombs. Yeah, Earth Temple Island, not to be confused with Air Temple Island, which is in The Legend of Korra. It is not exactly the same thing.
Yeah, they're similar.
Oh man. Lift that rock. Get it to whatever it is.
Let's see what this leads to.
Yeah, let's see that. It is a smaller temple.
It's a mini dungeon, I guess you could say.
It looks a little similar. I like it.
It's kind of one. But we see Cabana here. And I'll assume Dean is probably going to be heading here as well.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. The island is right next to here. Don't think there's gonna be a better chance to go in this seed.
That was almost tragic for Siz.
Almost. Not quite.
If he would have lost 4 more rupees, that would have been a little Pepe hands, but...
It's okay. There's money elsewhere, right?
Oh yeah.
And grabbing a second Master Sword.
Also, apparently Dean wants to be a cool kid and do a different strat.
Ooh. Dean going for the cool kid strat.
Looks like he's going to be grabbing storage off of that chest. So, this will be a
double
super
storage.
swim. So, if you are sensitive to flashing lights, please go ahead and take a break from his screen. And
Yeah.
we'll give you a little heads up when it's safe to look back.
Just look at Siz's side. He doesn't super swim often. You're fine.
I mean, Dean doesn't either, really, but
Oh, Dean not super swimming? That's almost a good one.
he only does a couple, though. Unlike other
Unless he's
runners.
playing against Gabati, then he just
Wow.
goes crazy.
Says here, gonna be starting up the Zunari trading quest.
Yeah, just because we need more of Windfall.
Yeah, Windfall was a little bit loaded today, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, Vanilla Townflower? That's amazing.
Also, it is
And-
safe to look back if you didn't look away from Dean's, but
Yeah, he's still going through walls, but at least he's not going at insane speeds that make the camera freak out.
at least it's not gonna give anyone with epilepsy issues.
It is not like the Porygon episode of Pokemon. We're fine. I've seen that episode. My review of it, foaming at the mouth a little. Not that bad though.
I guess that's up for whatever interpretation you want it to be. Yeah, I think Sis wanted to have Fire and Ice. Because
Yeah,
you can tell he really got flustered when he realized, oh wait, I can't use that chest. Or I can't get storage here.
It is a bit of a shame.
But he's off to Gale Island. Or as Mont will call it, Wind Temple Island.
Oh man, Temple Island, my favorite. Doing the little Wind Waker buffer to get to the door. When your character turns around like that, it is time to smash.
Ooh, unfortunately just a bit off with the aiming.
Yeah, not the easiest thing to do. Let's be honest.
This trick, the easy part is getting to the door. The hardest part is just hitting the door. Dean here going to be doing the Helmarock storage. Looks like that setup would work pretty well.
Yeah, usually his setups always go well. It is Dean. I did learn my setup after him. The guy is good at coming up with setups. We have quite a few people now that are really good at that.
I think I learned mine from Jar, but it's the same one, I'm pretty sure. But
I think that Jar learned it from Dean, so would it be surprising?
This is having a little bit of issue here on this strat.
Yeah, like I said, not the easiest trick in the book.
And there we go. Sis gets it. I used you to learn Helmarock storage, Jar.
Let's not forget that it all goes back to the fabled boot camp videos.
Oh boy.
Gotta love those. One day, reboot camp will be a thing. One day.
And that day is today. No. I don't know if we'll ever go back to doing boot camp
Reboot camp. One
or
day.
reboot camp.
Yeah, the boot camp videos, to answer your question, Claire, there were like very early Wind Waker Randomizer videos that just showcase tricks. Like people went to a place and just did every trick that they could think of, just to show people.
I know there's been talk of doing it, but we've never had an official like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, I think for it to be official, we gotta be honest. They can't be official unless there's Bob plays everything in them. It's not reboot camp if he's not there. It's just like sparkling boot camp, and it's not the same.
Says here did grab the boss key from behind bamboo walls and is now lighting the 2 torches. We'll see what he gets from that, but
I do love that. Oh, and once again,
oh no,
opening the chest. Artist
opening the chest strikes again.
Oh, that's a small key there.
Unfortunately, both Tachi small keys, from what I remember seeing, aren't in particularly great spots.
It's not the worst. Like this one, the small key there, not the worst.
Oh, there's
usually,
no way Dean's going for the other one.
and the other one seems a bit terrible.
I would be quite surprised if Dean doesn't go for the light 2 torches key, but
Gotta love when there's a small key on up across loading boxes. Favorite place.
oh yes, vanilla small key, Pog.
It's the small key that Aonuma wants you to grab.
That's the small key that when you're in regular rando, you're like, please be there, please be there.
And there goes Dean getting a Master Sword.
Let's see where Dean heads off after.
And Sis missing the first statue throw there, a little too far. Getting the second though, learning from his mistakes, amazing.
And getting the roll onto the platform.
That was a bit too close to the ledge for my comfort.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine, but for a second there in his face, you could see like the stress.
Just that, like, uh-oh. Please don't fall off.
Please again. Please don't.
Ooh, Dean actually going to be lighting the lighthouse here. Unfortunately, ice arrows do not light the lighthouse, contrary to popular belief.
Can you actually light the lighthouse without it being on?
I know you can from the platform. I don't know about from here.
Okay, you can apparently.
Oh yeah, you can hit it.
Beautiful. I've been a bit out of touch with this trick in particular. There
Dean
you go.
This looks like what Sis wanted to do on his original route, but unfortunately, not getting fire and ice arrows before that seemed to really throw
He's
him
gonna
for a
have
loop.
to wait for a long time for fire and ice arrows.
Not go confirm boomer.
I've been a boomer for years. Back
Welcome
in my days, we did Cliff Plateau from the right side. Okay, Grandpa, go back to sleep.
But hey, cheese. That's cool.
Oh, that is cheese.
You know, Crane, it's probably just whatever he feels most comfortable doing.
Like we often say, the trick that works for you is the good trick.
Doesn't matter about setup, that's
Nice
hard-required submarine chart.
That's always the best one. Like
Feels good,
I
man.
never remember where the submarines are. And Sis now heading for the second statue, grabbing some magic on the way. Never a bad idea to grab some magic, especially when you didn't save your grandma. And the windmill now going on.
Yep.
Time to talk to our boy Creeb. I can talk today. It's amazing.
You good there, Mon?
It's okay. The stroke is not that strong. Only lost control of my left arm. It's good.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding, everyone. I am fine. Everything is good. Toy boy creep.
Toy boy creep.
Yes.
Dean here grabbing his flower from Zanari. As Sis gets the second statue first try. Oh
man.
no.
Not anymore.
Oh no.
Oh, that is such a shame.
That's
Basically, you just threw the statue before opening the door. You don't want that to happen to you.
Let's just drop a...
It's time to drop a half in chat, guys.
That's a feels bad, man. Right there.
Dropping a half. Or, as they say it in French, F. It's pronounced the same. It's amazing.
We'll see Dean if he can go ahead and...
But says showing is really good control of this skip again. This time opening the door with the statue.
Okay, we're good.
We're back on track, boys.
Second try or something? I don't know how to...
We're back on track, creeps and girls.
Creeping. Dean here finishing up the trading quest here.
Yeah, gotta love trading with those Gorons.
CFG second try.
Man, that's a feckin' try right there. And the warm-up is always required for this one.
You know, it's a strat that sometimes you just gotta... You can't get it, and you gotta do a couple practice reps just to, you know...
That's why I do the squats at the beginning of the game while waiting for Mila. Just warming up. Oh, and the grappling hook.
Yep.
On Dean's side. This one is going to be instrumental for Sis to get inside of Bird's Beak Rock now. And the Bats, actually, strong contender for Employee of the Seed too. Nice.
Oh, these keys are for sure. Employee of, like, the game. These keys are harder than Ganon.
Okay, here's an idea for a mod. Instead of having Ganondorf at the end of the game, there's just like one giant keys.
Monka S.
and it just throws you off the tower.
You get hit by it, you have to redo the entire tower.
Is having a bit of trouble with this trick. Meanwhile, Dean going to try the statue skip here on Gale Island.
Ooh, just off.
Both players are having a bit of trouble with this one today, but as I said, really hard trick.
This trick is just annoying, more than anything. Getting the aiming down for it, ooh.
Getting over it with Link, that is a good description of what's going on. It looks so simple in theory, but when you try to do it, it's like opening a chest, doesn't work.
There we go, but Dean gets it in the end.
And meanwhile, Sis about to be done with Tower of the Gods. Again, the third statue is on the way to the statue pedestal. And Dean entering the dungeon at that time.
Yep.
Dean
Joining
has
us
some
here.
arrows though, so might be a little faster for him.
Yep. As many people may have noticed by now, this statue is kind of empty.
Yeah, another wall lot in this one. There's a art required something that is pretty cool coming up, so like it.
Can't complain about it.
Yeah.
But there's the small key for Dean.
Itachi is really is that kind of dungeon where you gotta grab your popcorn and just wait it out.
Yep. Everyone, let's take a nice little like 10-15 minute nap while
Or the statues decide to go at the right place.
Yep.
Okay, wake up, everyone. The art required item is coming up. It's a good one. It's a doozy of an item. You guys are gonna love it. First things first, get on that ledge. Second things second, try to grab that one. Third thing third, just open the chest and enjoy your pear. Tower of the Fruits today.
as Clear and Lightfully put in chat. Hoi!
Whee!
I can't make my voice go high enough to do it like Errol does, but
I can't really either, but still. Yeah, I mean, Hero's Charm is good, but Vitamin C, pretty good too. Can't always be the Hero's Charm, sadly. Also, another interesting thing to note, if you really have a lot of time, the sunken treasure on Tower of the God is the telescope today.
quick summon DMD to make him.
And yes,
I'm
if
joking,
you
of
really
course.
have a lot of time, there is a nice Hero's Charm on Wither Trees today. And now
It only takes like what, 10 minutes to do Wither Trees?
yeah, with a swift sail, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
can just
in
super
a-
swim everywhere if you need to, but
Super swimming is for the strong. I am not strong. Telescope, not even a tracker. That's okay. Just
we'll
pretend
have
it's
to we'll have
there
to
in
talk
your
to
heart.
Trez. We'll talk to Trez about it.
I mean, we could talk to him right now.
I mean,
Does
if
someone
Trez
have
is in
enough
chat, I
time?
mean,
Just kidding. Don't. Last time,
Don't.
last time we did something like that, I was there. So he's gonna start to think I'm running you people up. Bait bag telescope. Oh man, you need the telescope to see the bait bag. So it is true.
oh, so you're probably right, Crane. Trez is probably passed out, but
Oh.
There we go.
All the champion points, you win.
I'm just waiting to see it. Someone gets like 6 million points or something from the prediction, and then
It
oh, you don't
won't be
even need that
me
much.
because
It's 50,000. Never mind.
it won't be me because I just bet the meme amount of 69. So
He's fine. He just needs to sleep it off. He'll be here for the end, Kappa.
oh, and Dean about to get his first art required item of the dungeon. Meanwhile, Sis finished with the dungeon, so there's a bit of difference between them. But Sis also has a bunch of stuff to do in the overworld.
Mm. Dina's really just a bow and a sword away from go mode, so
It is getting pretty close. We still have to navigate our way in our temple, but not the worst thing in the world. Also, Dean has
debatable.
finished Forsaken Fortress, so well, time to see more statue ops. Alright, Sis now entering Forsaken Fortress.
Yep.
Using the regular door. It's amazing.
Good old vanilla strats. Gonna be going for Phantom Ganon here.
Oh, I love that. Finally, Phantom Ganon does more than just a cameo in a seed. Playing regular tennis on top of it. Sis really giving us the goods. And yes, this actually counts as PG-1. This Phantom Ganon 1, so Sis is gonna go all the way to to PG-6 at the end of this seed.
It's a lot of Phantom Ganons right there.
Yeah. There's more than Phantom Ganons in the PGs. 6 PGs. Never forget them. Yes. PG-6. This one right now, Train, is PG-1 because we saw him. Then there is PG-1, which is Phantom Ganon. The usual PG-1, which is Phantom Ganon inside of Hyrule. But then this one is now PG-2. Then you have PG-1, 2, 3 for you in your head that are... Is that Pepe Silva enough yet?
I think we were past that a while ago. But...
I have a graph. I have papers in my room that explain it.
yes,
I have a graph. Amazing. Going to need a graph. I'll send it to you guys after.
Says you're having some trouble getting this bomb drop storage off this chest.
Not the easiest thing in the world, especially when the mini-blints decide to come to the party. Oh man, this community sure loves spreadsheets. Oh man, Jar, my graph didn't even include Maze PG. I have to add more now.
Oh god, how many is that? 6 more PGs?
I think everyone is PG at that point. What about the PG clones? Honestly, at this point, I am overwhelmed.
He's only one actor, it's okay. Well, there
Only
you go.
one actor? Okay, that's even more confusing now. That's pretty much what I had in mind, Woofer, yes. Oh man, I wish we could use PG. I created Monster.
Tanjo, that's the real question we all need to ask.
Yeah,
Just that right
is
there. Let's talk to
Spicy. And
someone
says
quick,
still trying to get his bomb drop storage on that chest. Really not the easiest trick in the book. Also, this chest is just tall. I think is the
this
word
just
for it.
sucks. Who is winning?
It's a good question, actually.
I think Dean is.
Yeah.
Dean is probably ahead,
By
but
a little, but not a crazy amount, so
Nah.
everything is still possible. Oh man.
Did
Wait.
we break?
Oh my god, Void was not DQ'd! Holy...
Guys.
Void was not DQ'd, Pogi is not asleep, it's amazing! Great, gonna fix that, okay.
Looks like Void apparently has not been DQ'd anymore. Apparently
Void is
he's
still in it. Maybe Void is ahead, who knows?
he's a couple years behind, but he could still finish.
Just get a DM Void, tell him to start routing, maybe he has a chance.
Exclamation point Void. I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
drop a
if
monk
Splush
ass.
Kaboom was in the seed, he would win by a landslide. That guy's too good at Splush Kaboom. It's like those guys that count cards at the casino, but for Splush Kaboom.
That's impressive considering it's all RNG.
You can count the RNG. He is the tool. There's no Sploosh Kaboom tool. It's just you DM Void and he tells you where to aim.
Sis here going for the Helmrock storage, as Dean did finish up his Tower of the Gods.
Yeah, Golden is now golden. It's going back in the wall. Just gonna snot ourselves a little piece of Triforce and be on our way.
Godin Snot, Dan's game.
Gotta love the snot of the gods right there.
Snot of the Gods.
Yep. Gotta love it. And meanwhile, Sis now in the hole for this fight. Think it should work. Think it should work. Ah yes, a sword.
Alright. All is well in life.
Aw. Damn it, I really thought Void had a chance.
Void has unfortunately been re-DQ'd.
Yeah, that's a shame. Bogey is still not sleeping though, so
I'm just
he has a
gonna
chance.
drop an F in chat for Void, but
Void, he couldn't avoid the DQ. What
I
a
see what
man.
you did there.
I always do that one. Mongo only has 6 cool sayings.
It's 6 more than I have.
Yeah, Dean only has 80 left. That is quite impressive. He's
Yep, not
zooming
quite
in
gonna
this
be
thing.
sub 1, but could definitely be sub 115.
Definitely. Don't think there's a lot of things to do in our temple anyway, so should be pretty fast.
There's 2 things in a boss that he has to grab.
Yeah.
Although those 2 things are in kind of disgusting spots.
It definitely is. I know the one thing that he really wants is the joy pendant in the transparent chest. Be right back, I'm having a call.
Oh, okay. Says here, heading off to Great Fish, gonna be doing his trading. As Dean actually grabs a fairy. Are we gonna see a good grandchild? Gonna be honest, I had no idea there was a fairy there either, but...
Alright, I am back.
That was a very fast call, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a good number. Like I get those often, but we have almost the same. I have almost the same number as like a clinic, I think. So people call me are like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do it, but I can't promise it will be done well."
What's the phone
the
number prime?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't even know how to identify my prime numbers.
Melon, are you in chat? We need a.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't.
dox this person. No.
I mean, you don't have to say the phone number. You just have to say
Okay, just Google X Prime.
Google always knows.
Yeah. Bing X X Prime. I'm gonna try
Ew.
both.
Bing, Dan's game.
Hey, they agree for once. Not Prime. Oh, for once, Bing actually agrees with Google on this one. Surprisingly.
It's a miracle.
A Christmas miracle. Talking about miracle, the grappling hook now in Siz's possession. Gonna allow him to go get this fire and ice arrows. Everything is well in the world again.
Uh-huh. Unfortunately, that grapple hook was required. Just because Cabana had to be a thing.
Cabinet was on the way of the hero today.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for the seed when someone actually skips grapple, but I haven't seen it recently.
It's been a while. I think in this one, when they were routing it, they probably thought that they could skip it, but then they saw.
To be fair, I thought that too, and then I looked at entrances. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the
I guess you
entrances
actually
are
do need it.
entrances are the gift that keeps on giving. It's amazing.
In which game will the next speedrun be happening? I believe it's another Wind Waker run after this. But yeah, there's always the schedule command for that.
The schedule coming, or if you mean like in general in the world, that is a really loaded question.
That's a little harder. I don't know about that one.
There's probably some guy doing like a clue speed run somewhere in between the races. Have you guys ever seen a clue speed run? It's amazing.
It's
You
only
open
like,
the game, you hope that the answer is the one that is the fastest to click. If you don't get it right, straight away you reset.
It's literally like a. I think the world record is literally like a second and a half. It's
Oh, not
actually
even
kind
that.
of insane.
It's a part of a second, literally.
You literally just click. You click on 3 things, and if it's right, you get the world record. If not, you just
don't.
reset.
Yeah, you reset until you get it.
Clue speedrunning in a nutshell.
Speedrunning clue, hey, speedrunning clue. Except I know the answer instead of guessing. Oh man, Woofer. Clue
Wilfred, I'm
world.
gonna need some proof on that.
I just love like those weird speedruns. It's amazing.
Or my favorite speedrun ever, Twilight Princess Pirate Percent. It's a great speedrun.
That's a good one. I also love speedruns where there's not even a run submitted, but the category just exists. Ooh. Oh, Pajama Sam speedruns are good. It's not even
That
a joke.
right there is a solid.
Pajama Sam, amazing dude.
Dean here actually doing the small key, or the, I don't even know what you call this. Left side storage? I don't know.
I climb in the statue to be cool trick.
Dean, you have no reason to kill all these guys.
I mean, if he wants to kill them.
That's true.
And to
I'm
be
not gonna
fair,
judge.
to be fair, it's not even killing because there is like ghosts in the. They're already dead.
Also, monk
Oh god,
ass, Dean.
Dean, don't become the ghost. Dean, do not become the ghost.
That was
That was
a
sketchy.
little monk ass.
Oh, yeah,
that's
the
right.
fairy.
He has a fairy.
Good. It's no
That's
soup,
right, we just-
but
Could be soup, but
could be. I mean, that fairy could very well become a soup if you want to.
Dean here headed off again. Save warps out, and unfortunately, what was that chest?
The one in the
Unfortunately,
crypt.
Unfortunately,
Piece
that piece
of-
of heart is now part of the title screen.
Rip. But the title screen Link now just got a little more powerful.
True. He only needs 3 more and he'll have a full heart container.
Oh man, imagine when your title screen Link is stronger than you. And our boy Creeb having trouble with this one again.
Dean leaving Medley behind because really, no one needs Medley.
Not really about not need. You can need Medley, but not when you don't actually have her Guzzleric, sadly.
No, you just don't need Medley ever. There's never a point where I'm like,
Stop being mean. She good.
she's not good, but anyway.
Medley and
Makar better.
Makar as a team could complete the dungeons without us. Let's go.
Someone can find a way to skip Makar. Maybe I'll change my mind, but
Put a bounty on it. Let's go.
if I had money, I would, but... Dean, you're
Bounty
heading
of
off.
69 cents to find Makar skip.
You get 420.69 pennies if you get it.
Oh man, that's good. That is actually like $42.
That's like 420 bucks. Dean, you're grabbing a small key, but that's not really why we're in here.
Oh, using the ice arrows on our friends, the floor masters.
The things that I think give so many people nightmares is when they were younger. Or was that
I think
just me? I don't know.
it might be one of the most answered things when psychologists ask people why they have anxiety.
These floor masters, I think, have given a lot of people.
And there we go. That's a bunch of dead ends. And now Siz trying to glitch his way into Cabana.
Mm-hmm. Both runners very close here. Dean
Yeah.
does have about a maybe couple minute lead, but not too much in the end.
Yeah, Sizival giving is all in this race, and it's showing. Made a little mistake on top of Cliff Plateau earlier, but except that, I can't see anything that was really bad.
Yeah.
Had troubles with enemies, but those are just things that happen. Happens to the best of us.
Okay. To be fair though, Jay, we haven't had many races that are like down to a few seconds. Dean, you're going for the ET Go mode. Or, I guess, second half of it.
Yeah, always remember when you're doing that trick, aim for the side of the door, not behind the door. There's a wall for some reason.
Why is that there? I have no idea, but it's there.
It's there, and it has
will
killed
screw you
many
over.
players. It says now in our temple. Both runners meeting in the temple. We're about to go to Jahala.
Opening up the warp pot here.
Just in case, I'm pretty sure.
That's either... I don't think he has anything else he needs in here.
Don't think so, but
Yeah, he doesn't at all.
it doesn't. But honestly, after seeing the DJ Guapo versus Elijah race, I understand opening that warp bot.
That's fair.
Just a little mess up on the big key skip, and you have like 8 minutes to add to that timer. This is quite bad, sadly.
I don't think I've ever avoided doing it, but I've seen people find a way to clip out of bounds and not pull out leaf in time.
Yep, that is exactly the thing that can happen. As some people might have noticed, Dean now has a full master sword. Killing all the floor masters gave us the last one. We stored it, so we didn't see.
Mhm.
But it is quite there. You can see it on his screen and on the tracker now. Gotta say thank you to our wonderful trackers, by the way. Thank you, Clarion and Danjo3. Doing a wonderful job. Remembering what the runners got so we don't have to.
Yeah. This is the point where I can kind of just look at the spoiler log and be like, oh yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay.
You don't need to say it. Just say they are amazing.
No, they're both great.
And you can also follow our two runners, Sizival and DeanMachine42. Or if you're feeling old, you could follow Sizg, Windrunner42, and DeanX420.
Yikes.
They're all
If those
people
Twitch
that
accounts exist,
yeah,
I
they
guess you
changed
could
the
follow
name. It's all names for the same people. You're fine. And it's the end of Jahala. This ghost is now dead. While Sis trying to find the right place to climb this statue. Jump slash on the E-ring. Dean not forgetting to grab a piece of the Triforce. That has happened to many runners in the past. It can happen.
That is one of the most tragic things you will see.
Yeah, it is.
But Sis makes his way up.
You hate to see it happen, basically. time to hookshot the butt of a moblin. And hello to you, Mortiat.
I know exactly how you feel, Claire, because I've done it before where I'll go for the Triforce Shard, miss it, and go in the portal, and I will legit almost cry. I'm just like, oh my god.
Never forget the rule when that happened, by the way. Gotta take a picture of the piece of the Triforce you forgot to remember it.
But here's the thing, Mont. Half the time I rage quit the seat if that happens.
Take a picture of the Triforce shard.
What if I don't have a Picto, though?
You open the spoiler log, find the Picto, go back to get it, and then go back to take a picture. The rules are the rules.
Rules are rules, I get it.
It's a 30-minute time loss. Let's go.
I'm just imagining it all sanity when that happens, but...
Oh man, imagine that. That would be bad. Hello. Oh, Tanjo. Got some bad news, man.
Unfortunately, you're gonna need a little bit of a miracle to...
Oh, the barrier is being broken right now. Dean flashing less RNG again. So if you want to send some RNG to him,
was it Crane who started doing that? Now everybody does that? Or...
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just here for the for the fun of it.
That could have been phrased a little better, Jay, but it's fine.
Dean about to walk past. That's dedication right there. Is trying to get the roll clip, getting it first try.
Nice.
That is always a feel-good moment.
I think I can speak for a lot of people. Screw roll clips.
Oh, roll clips are terrible.
I know the timing and I still hate doing them.
Dean being fancy, going on the left side of this door. God, that's gonna be complicated.
I'm just waiting for the one seed where we actually need to go through maze, and then it'll just be Mutt saying, "There's PG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8."
Gets the group attack. There's like PG 12.
Oh man. Look at that, PG-13. It's a movie now.
Looks like I'll have to roll that seed then, but
One day it will happen. And when it happens, I will Pepe Silva hard.
I actually don't even remember how many I don't remember how many Season 3 races had a high roll. Sword or bow, but...
Not a lot. It's been a while, honestly.
It's been like a year, jeez.
To be fair, Season 3 did last almost a year, so...
It's been a year since it's...
Oh,
I don't
nice
remember
first
much.
shot for Dean on PG2.
Ooh, unfortunately misses that. Waiting for the attack, and gets it.
Oh, there we go, second shot. Meanwhile, Sizival trying to store that chest.
We've never had a maze chest seed. We've had a couple, at least one Master Sword Chamber.
There we go, that's down with PG2 14.
Which PG are we on? Who knows?
PG something?
PG 1 through like 25. Just pick a number and you're probably right.
I mean, if you act like you're right, I'm gonna believe you. It's how it goes. Oh, look at that spider. Gladiator spider, Ganon. Getting some bats, using the patented bat killer for it. That guy is getting so many points right now. There we go, that is the end of BG3 for Dean.
Jeez. Sizz here slowly making his way through the last parts of ET Go mode.
Yeah, going through the motions. Sizz almost voiding there. Yes, it was very close. Dean fishing for PG there. Throwing bombs. Finally getting it. Not a lot of magic, so I do understand the bombs. You don't want to run out of magic on phase on PG4 in this case. Worst place to get him. Meanwhile, this is on Jahala. Oh,
Did
Dean
he? I
apparently getting more glitch. So
I'm not
Dean
that familiar with it, but
being a bit careful with his climb right there, because if you fall without magic, you have to reset like the wall climb.
it's a feels bad moment for sure.
Oh, still going for grapple skip. What a man.
Not pulling a Tanjo, let's go.
And even getting the Pog Slide.
That was
Time for the Ganon fight of his life. 2 hearts, no magic, only glory.
he's only dead to one of Ganon's attacks. He can get hit once and still be okay.
Just not by a combo. Just not by a combo.
Yeah, then he's a little dead.
There
Gets
we
the
go.
first parry.
The first berry, always setting the mood. Waiting for the second parry right there. Nice, nice.
That was a little close for comfort, but he got it.
Talking to Zelda, rolling away.
Can't say I blame him for getting out of there. And
And there we go.
GG's
Dean
to
has
Dean.
now finished his fight with PG5. Send your GGs in the chat. Finished with an official time of 1:18:54. So he will be the one that goes on in the tournament. Because sadly, this is losers bracket. The loser of each match doesn't stay in the tournament. It is over for them.
Unfortunately, we're
I think
not
we're
triple
gonna
elimination.
I think we're gonna see Sizival actually finish his seed anyway. We're very close. Only a eye rule of difference.
Hmm.
He did well. He did well.
Yeah, I mean, he should still have a pretty solid time overall. And we will be joined by Dean here in a little bit for an interview.
Yeah,
Actually,
always
that
nice.
time is like right now.
Oh, looks like it. He is in the waiting room. He is joining his GG's, the DeanMachine.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing pretty well. How did you feel about this one? Went pretty well, I think. Overall.
Went pretty well, yeah. Nothing really major that really stood out as a time loss. There was some weird, just not feeling comfortable with things, little hesitation, and like one missed warp and like a couple safe strats. I don't know, just trying to get through things, I guess.
It went pretty well overall. I think both of you guys had problems in the basement room with the tree trunk in Forbidden Woods. The Piats were really mean to both of you there. There was a lot of swimming involved in that room today.
Yeah, the only thing that I had an issue with was it was like 5 minutes before the seed was gonna be generated, or not generated, but like the race would begin, and I was like, oh, just kidding, because I whipped out my game to practice and went to Earth Temple, which was Private Oasis, and when I got there, I'm like, wait, I need a grappling hook, which is Zunari, which is locked behind Cliff Plateau, which is locked behind 3 pearls. So I had to like quickly stuff all those items in my route quick.
Yeah,
I
that
actually
would have
think
been.
the Cliff Plateau worked out well.
Seemed like you got through it at least pretty easily, but
Yeah, it was some pretty good on the fly routing, I'd say.
At least finding that out before the race is good.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a couple minutes to focus.
We actually saw Sizz skipping the 3 pearls for this one. He stored a chest at a nearby platform and just hook-shotted to the top of Cliff Plateau. Using the chest for
yeah.
that. But then he forgot to enter and go out of Cliff Plateau just to void out and open the chest, so he couldn't get into Bird's Peak Rock.
No.
He had to wait for the grapple to go back there.
yeah. That was
Well,
Yeah,
that's
definitely
a shame.
that was kind of a weird routing thing there.
Yeah. It's a shame that it worked out like that. Especially since, like we said, there was a way for him to void out by going inside of Cliff Plateau.
I learned my lesson from one casual race I did where I got to Earth Temple and I didn't have Command Melody or a Mirror Shield or an Earth God's Lyric. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure this is no good.
You
Yeah,
can skip it. It's just really hard, and yeah.
I need like one of those at least.
You can, but I can't.
It's possible, but not practical.
Not fun. I mean, it's always good to know your own limits. Like, you know what you like to do, and it's spoiler log. You can actually route whatever you want. So
Hmm.
Yeah,
Every
that's
strat is
that's a
good.
cool part. The cool part about it being a washed up Wind Waker randomizer runner is that I don't know any new stuff and I just stick with what I'm good with, and it pulls off sometimes.
There you go. So there you go, kids. All you gotta do is just be a boomer. And
Boomer strats, you gotta love those.
The fact that I started practicing Wind Waker HD speedrunning back in like 2015, 2016, dude. Oh my gosh.
Been a while. It's
Dang.
No wonder
wild.
my hands hurt. Wind Waker will do that to you. It's abusive.
just don't do MSS, and you'll be a little bit better.
And
Yeah.
people, your bets are now entering. So,
Where is Siz right now?
oh, Sis is on Puppet Ganon right now. First phase, aka in this case it is PG-3, according to my logic.
You missed a little bit, but
Uh,
if you go back and watch the
I'll
VOD,
explain that to you. You're fine. It takes like diagrams and not a lot of love for actual logic. It's beautiful. There he goes. One phase down, two to go. But yeah, he was pretty close to you for most of the seed. Then the little problem with bird speak was a bit of a problem for him, but he still stayed relatively close. You finished Hyrule as it was getting into Hyrule, basically.
I was thinking about storing the Cliff Plateau platform chest and bringing it over to Birds Rock Peak, but then when I was quickly routing back in Cliff Plateau with the pearls and stuff, then yeah.
It just routed beautifully in this one.
There's something that's really special about going into Cliff Plateau at some random place and then coming out at the actual island and being able to go from there. Like, that helps with routing a lot in a lot of cases.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
that also helps to, in certain cases, going backwards as well. Because then you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I don't have to worry about what the entrance is. I can just...
Oh, Sis is out of magic right now. So, climbing up here. The athlete's gonna
Did
go.
you see my magic usage for third phase Puppet Ganon, dude?
You had
That was
just
I just had 4 shots at the second phase, so I was like, I need to make these count.
Yeah. The last phase is always the worst one to get magic in.
Yeah, for sure. I got Pog Slide though. I was pretty pog about that.
Yeah, you did get that. And
Yeah,
you
you were-
even went for like grapple skip without magic and was like, oh man, this guy has nothing to lose.
Only 5 minutes if you... Not... Only like a minute if he falls.
Yeah.
Or if you have low health and die. I've done that.
We're pretty low, but not that low, thankfully.
That's really
It
unfortunate
feels so
if that
good
happens.
to fall off the rope and die.
Still had a bit of nervousness with you on the Ganon fight with only 2 hearts at the beginning. I was like, oh god, if it goes
I had a
bad,
fairy.
it's gonna go bad. You had a fairy.
I had
yet.
a fairy though. Yeah.
I keep forgetting you
only-
had that fairy.
I found that fairy in the grass on Private Oasis. Like, what?
That happened and like a bunch of people were like, wait, that's there?
Yeah,
I've
it
known
is.
about that since I was a casual. My filthy casual kid days.
Oh man,
But-
the filthy casual kid days. We all have those.
Ew, casual gaming, ew.
I was born with a super swim in my hands.
I'll go back
could
and tell my 10-year-old self about all the glitches I know. Oh god.
Oh man, imagine being able to do back in time in real life to do that.
Oh. You just gotta avoid out on the same frame that you reset.
Oh,
Easy.
God. Easy.
Easy.
Oh, and this is going for grapple, yes. That the grapple skip. I do like that. Playing the game the way Aonuma wanted.
Vanilla strats, weird champ.
It's not weird. It's vanilla.
Vanilla champ.
Vanilla champ.
Someone make this. We didn't have Mulgara today, so I'm just gonna jam to the Ganon fight music instead. We're fine.
The
good
dungeons
enough.
today were really nice, but just a little strange stuff to route out and make sure that I had everything in check for Earth Temple, honestly. It's just like Command Melody, maybe, Mirror Shield, maybe, you know, you gotta balance it out and kind of run through the route in your head.
Mm-hmm.
you gotta like imagine everything that's gonna happen, like just to be sure. You're not forgetting like a simple item that could just mess you up.
Yep.
We don't know who's gonna be our next opponent because you're like the first one to get there. You're gonna play against the loser of 26. So either it's gonna be J West or PK Slam. How do you feel about that?
It sounds like no matter who that race is, there's a good chance it's gonna be super tight.
I have the same feeling reading it.
Slam, Whist, and me all have very similar playing styles. Me, I suck more than them, but like, I mean, we're all pretty darn good. So.
Oh, and it is now over for Siz, finishing with a time of 1:29.40. Send your GGs in the chat for Siz. It was maybe his last race of the tournament, but he made a good one. Or are you gonna join us too? Yeah, no shame in losing when you play well. So
No, you played that seed really well. And
was a bit messed up by the enemies in general, but it's a thing that can happen to all of us.
Dude, our spoiler log race room name is Virtual Charizard.
Oh man,
Pog.
Yeah,
Dude, they're
Pog.
foiled. Foiled Charizard, man.
All right, and oh, okay.
We are joined by Sizival. GG's Sizival.
GG.
I almost called you Syzygy again. Oops.
Like I deserve it. So
Change your name back. What the heck happened?
I've been the same for a while now. So you can at least give me that, right?
Calm down,
Yeah.
Next 420. Calm down.
Not having another identity crisis, are you?
No, I'll save that one for midlife crisis.
Or at least season 4.
Oh man, interesting seed though.
It was very interesting. We saw you actually skip the pearls, which was very nice to see. Bit of a shame that you didn't think about going into the island just to get your item, go back out, get storage to get to Bird's Peak, but still. Was nice.
Wait, could I have done that?
Yeah, the warp, like the hole gets you to normal cliff plateau, basically.
Yeah, there's
one on top of the island.
A fun thing about warping with Cliff Plateau being in randomized entrances is it's kind of magical for some reason sometimes.
It just does things.
For some reason, that's always the top one. Always goes down into Cliff Plat for some reason.
Yeah, but the initial entrance, because they assume that you can't get there casually.
Oh my god!
Basically.
Aren't you you're a non-casual, right?
Yes,
I know that's hard to remember.
I mean, he better be a not casual because he hookshotted through the island to that chest. So
it's hard to remember like intended logical routing.
God, that would have made my route so much better.
Oh man,
I panicked at the end and didn't know where to put grapple hook because I just didn't think about it, and then I got the pearls for Cliff Plateau, and then I warped to get the Bird's Rock Peak chest there because I was like, well, I'm already here.
Might as well, basically. But yeah,
Did you get Boomerang?
A pretty good race. And a bit of you two had like huge enemy troubles at some places, like the room in Forbidden Woods with Piats in the basement. That one was terrible for both of you, sadly.
Yeah, I got
slapped. Yeah.
I've rarely seen that much swimming in that room. It was amazing.
They were out for blood.
I will say
Did
that you guys had
because I did end up getting it at the very beginning.
Yeah, both of
The
you
boomerang, yeah, that was like my second item after Neighbors.
both of you guys had like the exact same route for
almost
pretty much the entire time. It was actually kind of insane.
Yes,
in the end, it started a little. Dean went one way, Sizz went the other way, but for the most part.
Yeah, the big divergence happened like on the top of Cliff Plateau, basically.
I think as like people get better at randomizer, you're probably gonna see a lot of very similar routes between people, and they get like towards the top level.
Yeah, especially in spoiler log. Like it's not just like regular rando where any strat could be the good one. You don't know. In spoiler
Yeah,
log,
kind of. The spoiler log, surprisingly enough, is making me miss regular rando. Like just my muscle memory just to go and check a bunch of random chests, you know.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
plenty of times that I've seen people go like, "Oh, I need to grab the." Oh, wait, I don't. It's spoiler log.
Yeah, I grabbed the Lenzo chests instead of just skipping them and going straight to do Pompey and Vera.
Yeah.
mean,
Like, well, I'm already here and committed. I'm gonna check the second one and see if it's anything. Oh, 20 rupees.
that was nice. Rupees at the beginning of the seed. You always want those.
Yeah,
Like, especially for Zunuri
Oh, yeah.
routing on the fly.
Gotta love that Zunari. It's one of the things that costs the most in this rando. Especially in those settings, at least.
Well, if you mail your letters from the furthest island away from DRI, then it's like 40 rupees there. So yeah.
Always mail from outset. Let's go.
You gotta tip the post people a little extra money. They're not making a lot right now in this dang pandemic.
Yeah, they need it. But yeah, you guys gave us a pretty good race. Was fun to see. Sadly for you, Sizival, this is your last one in this tournament. How do you feel about your experience?
You know, I'm proud of how I did. I had a lot of fun and really excited to see how the rest of this tourney shakes out. And yeah, really grateful to Woofer for putting this, and everybody else that's done it for putting this together. So yeah, thank you.
It is sure
Shoutouts to
pretty fun
Sizz as
tournament.
well.
Yeah, shoutouts to Sizz.
Shout outs to Dean.
Yeah,
'Cause
don't
I
forget,
was-
guys, you can go follow both our runners. They did a fantastic job. The tournament's not over. You can also go follow my co-commentator, Snacks. Thank you, Snacks, for being with me today.
Of course. Shoutouts to Mott for being an awesome co-com as well.
You can also
All
go
the time.
follow our two trackers today, Tanjo Tree and Clarion, who did an amazing job. Thank you to both of you. And maybe even follow Angry Demon Noises, because thank you, ADN, for the restream. Always fun.
No problem. You guys always handle my outro for the most part. It's very nice.
I always forget that I don't need to do that on this one.
It's
We're
fine.
just awesome.
So
Just tell
in
us-
5 hours, we do have another spoiler log tournament match. We'll be on the same channel. So very hyped. That's Jarhead versus Tuba Man.
Oh, that
Winners
should be a good
bracket
one.
quarterfinals.
That's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, what a race.
Don't miss that one, everyone. And have a good end of the day.
But yeah, we will go and raid Crane because he's the Wind Waker homie. He is playing Ocarina of Time, but still,
Oh, that's not Maker.
still a good choice. So thanks everyone.
We'll see you later.
See everybody.
Good day, everyone. Au revoir.